Hey guys, it's Cady and you're at Popularity.
Now, not too long ago, you released the This Little Girl EP. When can we expect a full length?
The full length I've been waiting for to come out for over a year now, so hopefully it comes out in the next few months. It's getting really close because we're already in talks for my second single, so hopefully everything goes well. I'm hoping it's out by, at the very latest, my birthday, which is July 30th.
Can you talk a bit about the highs and the lows that you experienced during the creation of the album?
Oh my gosh, how much time do you have? So, this album was like, I was, at the beginning of writing the album, I had met someone who kind of like, I fell in love with, and he was also in the business and working on the album with me, and so I was actually really happy when I started writing the album. So the songs were, the songs I wrote then at that point were like We're the Shit, and like a song called Same Old, and like just some sort of like happier kind of feeling songs. And then I actually found out that guy that was like the guy that I fell in love with for months, and like I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with him, that he was like basically married and never told me, and then I got really angry. And so the rest of my album kind of fell into place where I was in just a pissed off mood and was wanting to get even lyrically. So,
what can we expect from the album?
And from this album, you can expect literally like I feel like right now I can say that like everything that happened to me in this album was like so crazy and random, and while making the album, that I could never recreate the situations that I was put in the inspiration that they gave me, whether it was good or bad or happy or sad. I mean, I am so worn out, honestly, after writing this album, because there's so much of me in it, and just so much like soul and heart, and so you can really expect to hear that in all the songs.
What would you say is the biggest thing that you learned about yourself this past year?
I've learned more about myself in the last year than I have in my entire 23 years of life. This last year has been such an eye-opening experience, whether it be in the business, because I've been around a lot more. I've had the opportunity of being around a lot more like sort of legit like bands and stuff. So I've learned so much from watching other people's live shows, and I got to perform for a Grammy party, and that was just crazy. And I learned that, honestly, I can really make it through anything if I surround myself with the right people. And I've learned who my friends were. I've learned how to trust people and who not to trust. And I've learned how to like really portray myself to an audience in the right way.
What are you trying to open people's minds up to with your music?
Well, honestly, I'm one of those people, I really feel like I'm kind of like polarizing in a way where like I'm one of those people where you instantly love me like crazy, or you instantly are kind of like freaked out by how like open I am, because I want people to be open to my openness in the album. I tell it like it is, no matter if it's gonna hurt your feelings, or if it may just whatever's gonna happen, the outcome. Like I'll always say the truth, and like I'll always tell a situation in my own words, and that's what I'm doing in the album. So it's very in your face and raw.
Is it hard to kind of retrieve yourself from the sometimes dark places that you have to go to create music?
That's actually, yeah, it is. It's like, it's weird when I don't plan when I'm going to write a song, because I feel like that takes away the beauty of the song. I always say that my songs write themselves, the ones that mean the most to me. And so when I'm in that place, I'm already in that place, so I might as well get something creative out of it. So I'll write songs. But then when I want to get out of it, when I want to like come back to life, it's actually really hard. And then when I listen to the songs, sometimes it'll pull me back in that place. Like I'm having trouble with a few songs on my album because I was so depressed when I wrote them that I'll still listen to them a year later now, and I'll get in this weird place when I listen to them. So.
With your growing success and popularity, have the expectations and demands that you place on yourself changed?
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those people that, like, puts so much pressure on myself, and I want to be great, like, so badly. Like, I want to accomplish so much, and I want to be so much, that it's hard sometimes because I'm the one putting so much pressure on me to for every little aspect of every little thing. And I'm like, I have an addictive personality in that way where I'm an addict to wanting to like push myself, like I want to be the greatest that I can be, not the greatest, to everyone else, because my opinion about myself means a lot more than my opinion than other, random people who don't know me.
What part of the creative process do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy my favorite part about the creative process of like writing songs is whenever I'm writing the lyrics of something that really means like genuinely something that means something so much to me. And then when I'm sitting there with my producer, Christian London, and he starts putting music to it, it's that moment where it clicks, where my story and my pain and my life is coming into a melody. It's like, it freaks me out. It's the coolest thing ever. And that's when you stay up all night in the studio and you don't sleep and you don't eat because you're so excited to get a song finished,
What part of the creative process is most difficult?
I would say the most difficult part of like creating songs would probably be, what we talked about is how you have to sometimes put yourself in a place that's really uncomfortable to you, because when you're writing songs, you're trying to evoke some sort of emotion from other people. So to put yourself in that dark place, you're making yourself vulnerable and hope to help other people, So it's actually that where you want to get out of it, but you sometimes can't. But you funk.
Can you describe your attraction to music?
I would say that it's the only thing that I've ever found that could save my life in every way possible. So I'm kind of addicted to it. It's like, and it's never done me wrong, because music can't leave you, and music can't break your heart. It can't, it can't hurt you in any way. So.
At this point, what keeps you focused?
What keeps me focused is knowing that I can't win in music. You can never win. There's never a winner. You can always beat your last song. You can always beat your last vocal. You can always, get better. And that's what's so great about it, is that it's not a winning or losing game. It's just, if you really truly love what you do, then you won't care what your paychecks look like, and you won't care, it'll be mostly about your relationship with the people that enjoy your music, the fans, and your relationship with your own song.
What to you is the best part of the success that you've achieved so far?
Best part of the success is, for once, I feel like I'm finally getting to speak for a crowd of people that haven't been heard before. Like, the people who understand my lyrics, the people who actually have been through some crazy stuff too, because they're really like specific to just intense situations. So it's like, I feel like I'm finally being the voice for a crowd that's kind of been stuck. Wow.
What would you say have been the most significant musical moments in your life that have influenced your journey as an artist to where you are today?
Significant music moments in my life. I would say that, starting from being a little kid, when I was 4, I got my first drum set, and my stepdad was a drummer in this really cool band, and he gave me lessons. I thought it was so cool. And so that was one. And then, when I was like 10, I had or 8. When I was 8 or 9, I had 8 even. I had piano lessons when I was 8, and so that really helped. And then I think 12, I started really writing a bunch, poems and stuff. And then again, at 17, I did my first vocals. Never thought I could sing. But I sang with my boyfriend at that time. And then I realized whoa, this is what I love so much. And then it just built from there. And then, skipping a few years when I was 19 and got to do the Bamboozle Roadshow, which was my first tour ever, with Third Eye Blind and Good Charlotte and Hanson and Simple Plan. That was the craziest tour ever. So it was really cool to be around all those amazing musicians and learn so much.
And do you have any final thoughts? Anything that you'd like to say to the readers of Popularity?
Oh, I would just say that whether it be music or anything in general, if you have a dream, which you should have dreams, you shouldn't be afraid to have them. No one's there holding you back, because in the long run, you're the one going to sleep with yourself every night. So whatever decisions you're making from the time you're awake to the time you go to bed, that's all on you. And keep it positive and like just, you know, there's nothing to lose really. Just go do what you want to do. Because my grandpa always told me, if you can't wake up every day and be like stoked for what your life is that day, like whatever situation you have to be in that day, that should not be your life. Like, why are you not changing that? So I kind of live in that, with that one quote in my mind at all times.